How different is the vibe this week? Just coming off a win. I mean, it's been a while since you guys have had that. So how does it feel?
Yeah, it has been a long time. It was kind of weird, honestly, after the game. It was just felt, like you said, I think 11 weeks, including the bye week. So, win since September and it's December, it's hard to keep going. But again, just proud of our guys and their desire to continue to fight, continue to battle, and hopefully get a couple more wins.
Do you look at these last few weeks of the season as a chance to build foundational pieces going into the off season, or how do you look at it?
Yeah, obviously, we're not competing for a postseason spot, and so it's hard. You're trying your best each week to push your best foot forward. And yeah, I mean, I really just look for myself and the opportunity that I can to play. I know it's a blessing, and like I've talked about this year, I definitely don't take for granted because I know how easily it can be taken away. And so just being grateful to be able to play in the NFL, get to live out the dream is just me personally kind of how I view it.
When you look at the fact that there's 2 games left, is it like, wow, there's only 2 games left and it went by in the blink of an eye, or do you feel like there's a lot more football left?
Yeah, I think really a combination of both. I think the NFL's weird time moves in a weird way, and I think the days go slow and weeks go fast, and so when you think back to earlier in the season, it feels like yesterday, but it also feels like a long time ago. So, like I said, just trying to be grateful for the spot I'm in, and really just trying to focus on this game.
You obviously had a drive to take the lead in the game, which is a big one. Then you almost killed 7 minutes on the next one. I mean, that's a winning football play.
Yeah.
1 o'clock. I mean, how important was that drive to you to just be able to run clock, move it down, and almost kill the whole clock on that?
Yeah, would have liked to obviously finish the job there and scored some points at the end, but proud of our guys, especially up front, grinding through the whole game and getting the run game going, and our guys on the edge obviously doing what they're doing and making plays. But yeah, when you get the ball at the end of the game like that, in that kind of 4-minute mode, you want to be able to run the ball, throw the ball, and really just take as much clock as you need. And we had a lot of trust in our defense, so I think our guys were confident.
Aidan, you've been asked about extending the play, using your legs this past week and everything, and you mentioned that it was something that you were working on as a second-year quarterback. How important do you think it is for a quarterback? Do you feel it's now a necessity for a quarterback in the NFL to be able to utilize his legs?
Yeah, I think obviously the game has changed in that way, and I think it's definitely an advantage. I always think the quarterback's most important job is going to be able to throw the ball accurately and make good decisions, but extending the play is definitely an asset if you can do it. So, like I said, not trying to do anything crazy, just trying to take the plays that are in front of me and go play by play.
What do you think of the Aidan Vick nickname?
Yeah, not something I've ever heard before, and not something I'd ever expected to hear, but I'll take it.
How did it go with Andre back at center?
It was great. Obviously, he's who I played with all last year, and so have a lot of reps with him that we've banked over the last couple of years, and so it was fun to communicate with him again, obviously in a different way, in a different offense, but definitely love having Andre back. He's a great player for us.
We don't know who's playing quarterback for New Orleans on Sunday, but it could potentially be an interesting matchup, I think, for a lot of Raiders fans. Do you have any thoughts going into this game as the guy that was here before you and Elvis, all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, obviously huge respect to Derek and all that he did here. I'm a big fan. I got to meet him this offseason, a big fan of his. So, really trying to focus on what we're doing on our side of the ball. But, I think definitely guys have to play with Derek. Spoke very highly of him, and, looking forward to seeing him.
How'd that meeting come about?
Say it again?
How'd that meeting come about?
I actually saw him at the Vegas Thrill, the volleyball, local volleyball team. I saw him at one of the games and just said hi to him real quick. So, and it wasn't like a secret meeting.
Aidan, offensive coordinator Scott Turner talked about how great it was to have you back on the field and just how that relationship between you and him has been developing. How did you feel just, getting back into the scheme of things?
Yeah, obviously, have known Scott for the last couple of years. We got to know him last year and then get to hear him kind of call the plays. And obviously I started hearing him call the plays from the sideline because I was still injured. And so it's been fun to see his progression and how he's implemented the things that he's liked to do. And he's done a great job, I think, just instilling confidence in the guys. And, we've played well. We haven't scored as many points as we want to, but I think, with him calling the offense, we definitely have moved the ball and want to continue to do so.
Antonio talked about how you made a concerted effort to work on that during the offseason. Do you feel like that work is starting to kind of pay off, and do you have more confidence in doing that because of it?
Yeah, I definitely have more confidence in it. I think, I was here this offseason that worked out with our strength coaches, with our trainers, and really with just our staff here. And so I love being in the facility. I love being here, and just trust the guys that I'm working with to really help me along the way.
All right, thanks, Aidan.
Thank you guys.